Oh, today's topic is, can you hypnotize yourself to forget something? And that's what we're going to talk about. But before we do, if you're new to us, go ahead and subscribe below. And if you've been with us for a long time, thanks. So, I recently had an email that was the catalyst for this video, and I'd like to go ahead and read that to you because this is going to be a response video to this email. And okay, it was kind of a long one, so we'll cut right into the middle of it. It says, can you hypnotize yourself to forget something? I don't want to forget something too emotional, just something I don't want to remember. If so, how would you do this? Would you just say, wouldn't it be nice to forget blank? Thanks. And this was actually on a video that we made. It was a response to a video on 5-minute self-hypnosis technique with no resistance. And the video spoke about, you would say, if you're trying to hypnotize yourself and you have difficulty accepting suggestion, you would say something along the lines of, wouldn't it be nice if I could do this or I could do that? Because you're still giving yourself the suggestion, but not directly. So the question, can I hypnotize myself to forget something? That's an interesting question because the answer is a little complex, but I'm going to get kind of to the surface of it fast. There is no such thing as true amnesia. Think of that. There's no such thing as true amnesia. You never truly forget anything. It's just stored someplace where you won't deal with it normally. So, your short-term memories are stored in what's called the alpha brainwave state. That's where you are when you simply close your eyes, take a deep breath, and you're 80% in alpha just by doing that. So like those are short-term memories, like when you're studying for a test. You study, everything you studied is in your head, but you need to be able to access it by taking a deep breath, closing your eyes during the test, okay? The answers come back. It's like right now you're in beta, you're in this room. Alpha is that room, and there's a door closed between the two. But all your answers are in alpha. By taking a deep breath, you leave beta, the majority of it, and you open the door and you can see your answers. So see, there's a tip for you how to pass your test next time. When you become stressed, when you become busy in your everyday life with the 5 different senses, sight, sound, taste, smell, and touch, you are in beta, which is the active alert state. Alpha, where your short-term memories are, is where you relax. Now, when you go a step deeper, when you relax to the point where the daydreaming starts, that place between daydreaming and sleep. And you've probably been like that when you do a lecture in college or in school, and you're kind of in and out, okay? That is where your long-term memories are stored. Long-term memories, traumatic memories, because the way the subconscious mind works, it's like a 5-year-old child. It wants to help you. So if something traumatic happens and your conscious mind is busy, your subconscious has to make a decision. So it says, oh, I'm going to make them forget that. And it puts it in theta, because theta you don't go to until you're almost fallen asleep or just fall asleep. And that's why a lot of people, especially who suffer PTSD, they don't know what they're worried about. I mean, they had a traumatic thing happen, they can't remember it, but when they fall asleep, all of a sudden they have the dreams or the problems or the nightmares because it's coming back. It's opening up that room on the other side of alpha, theta, where the long-term memories are. A lot of your memories from your childhood, things that you did a long time ago, or traumatic, are all in theta. So what would happen if I hypnotize you to forget something? And I can do that, but never permanently. When I say forget something, I could put it in alpha or theta. What would happen? Well, here's an example. When I used to do comedy hypnosis shows years ago, there was one of the skits when I got everybody on the stage into theta, I'd say on the count of 3, you're not going to remember the number 7. So I remember I did a demonstration with this one young lady, the video is even online. And I said, okay, 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. And I said, I want you to count from 1 to 10. And she had her fingers like this. And I was pointing at them. She'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And all of a sudden she was confused. How many are you supposed to have? She goes, 10. How many do you have? She goes, 11. I counted them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I go, do you have an extra finger? She goes, I think so. Then I'd say, okay, what's 3 and 3? She goes, 6. What's 3 and 4? 8. You see how that works? Because the number 7 was gone. But what was happening? She was feeling confused. I'm not supposed to have 11 fingers. And I know 3 and 4 isn't 8 because 4 and 4 is 8 too. How can two sets of equations that are different be the same? So you can see the confusion that was happening. So if I hypnotize you to forget, let's say, a relationship, every time you came into a situation where I did something with her before, you'd be, oh, this is familiar. What is this? Why am I doing this? Or maybe, she taught me about a certain food, okay? Filipino egg rolls, lumpia. I love the things. So anyways, I go someplace and I have lumpia. I go, oh, these things are great. So who showed me these? Who told me about these? Where did it come from? You see the confusion? It's just like, what's 3 and 4? 8. It's just not right. If I started talking about 7 this, 7 that, people would think, what's wrong with you? That's a word, you just made it up. Same with your relationship. If I started talking about that woman, you'd say, who's that woman? You're not going to remember now, but when you relax, when you go to sleep, on the way, when you're daydreaming, boom, it's right there. So it's going to cause a lot of confusion. So can I teach you to hypnotize yourself to forget? Probably. Will I do it? No, it's unethical. It's just not good for you. It shouldn't be done. Instead, learn coping techniques. If it happens to be a person, learn to reframe the situations with that person. Look at the situation that really bothers you and look at it differently. For instance, if it's a boss, you want to forget about how mean the boss is every morning when you go into work. Well, the one situation you have every morning, go in, see the boss, and imagine the boss and yourself as your two favorite cartoon characters and run through the scenario as if it's really silly and do outlandish things. And then the next time you see the boss, instead of being scared, you're probably going to start laughing. That's called reframing. It's a NLP technique. And there's a lot of different things that you can do to be able to deal with situations, to be able to lessen the negative impact, to be able to eliminate the fear rather than cause amnesia. And that's one of the big things that we teach with hypnosis. Anything that you can do normally, you can do better with hypnosis. And we're here to teach you that. So I hope that helps to understand the whole amnesia thing. If you'd like to learn more about your mind or learn more about hypnosis in general, click on the links below this video. Number 1 will give you a free hypnosis manual, 446 pages, just for clicking on the link below so you can learn all about hypnosis. And number 2, you can take one of our hypnosis certification courses. We have a home study course, and in fact, we have a live 6-day course that I teach right here on Zoom, right on the computer. You could take it from any internet-capable device, computer, telephone, tablet, and it's coming up really soon. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at that below. Look at the dates and register, and hopefully I will see you in our next class and help you through a lot of these situations for yourself, for your family, and even clients if you like. So thanks for watching. I appreciate having you here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.